Hey, what is up you guys, this is Nacho here, and today, as you guys can tell from the title of the video, I'm going to be talking about why diets don't work. So, a couple days ago I received a message from one of my subscribers, and I'm sorry I don't remember what your name was. I forgot to jot down the name before I made this video, and I'm kind of going to record this in a rush, but I'm going to try to cover all the points that I need to. But the message pretty much was saying that, you know, this guy's been trying to lose weight these past year or two. You know, he goes on a diet, you know, let's say he gains maybe 5-10 pounds in 2 months or something, so he feels a little bit fat, a little bit chubby, you know, which we all would. And then, you know, he goes on a diet for like a month or two, and then he drops the 5-10 pounds, and once he's finally satisfied with the weight that he's at, he gets off the diet. But then what he was saying was, after time, he seems to gain the weight back, and you know, that is pretty much the reason why diets do never work, because they are built for failure. Diets are a temporary thing. They are not anything that's permanent for your lifestyle. You know, the reason I don't tell people to go on diets is because diets are built for failure. It's simple as that. You know, let's say you gain 10 pounds like in this dude's situation, and then you go on a diet to drop those 10 pounds. As soon as you drop those 10 pounds, what are you gonna do? You're gonna revert back to your old ways. You're gonna be eating whatever you were eating before. You know, you're not gonna try to watch what you eat. You're not gonna try to count your calories. You're not gonna try to stay fit. You're not gonna try to stay healthy. You go back to your old lifestyle, and that's pretty much the reason why diets don't work. You know, the thing that needs to change in order to finally drop weight and be satisfied with where you're at without being able to gain the weight back is a lifestyle change. One of my friends on YouTube, actually a really close friend of mine, I haven't really talked to in a while, his name's Frabjab or something, or Frank, he said it in one of the comments on my videos, which I thought I couldn't agree more with. He pretty much said, if you're young, because I know a lot of my viewers are a lot on the younger side, let's say you're younger than like 17, 18, the change that needs to happen is you need to let your parents know. You know, change isn't going to happen just by yourself, because you most likely do not have any income. You most likely do not have a way of choosing what you eat. You know, your parents just cook for you. They give you a soda, you drink a soda. You know, they give you potato chips, you eat potato chips. The change that needs to happen if you're young is you need to tell your parents that you want change. You need to tell your parents what you want to eat. You want to tell them that you're trying to stay healthy. You know, you need to go with them to the grocery store and shop for stuff that you want to eat. And, you know, I advise everybody, you know, not just young people, don't go on diets, go for a lifestyle change. And, you know, I'm not just saying drastically alter your life in one day, a week, a month, you know, ease into it. It takes time to adjust to things. You know, humans aren't meant to adapt to their environment really quick. You know, it takes time to adapt to everything. So, you know, I wouldn't say, like, let's say you're eating 3,000 calories a day, you eat chocolate cake for dessert every single day. Don't just completely cut out chocolate cake. Don't completely cut out sodas that you're drinking every single day. Ease into it, you know, every single week, set yourself a goal. The goal system is really good because, you know, every time you reach a goal, you feel satisfied and you want to keep on going because you like the way that you feel after you complete a goal, and you will see results after time, because results do take time. You know, they're not going to happen in one day, a week. You know, it's going to take a month, maybe two, depending on how well you do and how strict you are. So, you know, ease into change. What I recommend you would do is don't set yourself up for crazy goals. You know, don't say, you know, oh, I'm gonna drop 20 pounds in a week, I'm just gonna eat like an apple a day. Don't do that. You know, set yourself manageable goals so, you know, you can actually keep pace with what you're doing and be happy every time you reach your goal. So let's say you're eating chocolate cake every single day for dessert for dinner. You know, you eat a whole chocolate cake. You know, obviously over exaggerating, no one should be doing that. If you are, I highly recommend you stop. But let's say you eat a chocolate cake for dessert every single day for dinner. What I recommend you do, you know, maybe the first week, you know, just try to ease into it. You know, maybe eat 3/4 of the chocolate cake, and then the next week, once you reach that goal, you know, ease into maybe half of the chocolate cake that you eat, and the third week you eat, you know, like a fourth of the chocolate cake, and the fourth week maybe you only eat like a slice of it. And that's pretty much the goal system. You know, you want to put yourself out for goals that you can actually reach. You know, you don't want to do anything that's super crazy, because you're not going to be able to reach the goals, and when you don't reach the goals, you get more depressed, you feel worse about yourself, and you feel like you're a failure. You're not going to be able to complete whatever you're trying to do, and you just go back to your old ways. So in order for a diet to work, it must not be temporary. It must be a lifestyle change that you want, and you must set yourself up with goals, because goals will help you. Goals is what helped me a lot to lose weight. You know, every single week I was like, you know, I'm gonna try to drop, you know, 5 pounds this week. I'm gonna drop maybe 2 pounds this week. You know, set yourself up for manageable goals, and you should reach your goal. Be strict with what you eat. Don't change in a day, in a week. You know, ease into it, because like I said, your body is not going to feel good if you just smash it right away. You know, you cut out everything that you're eating. You want to ease into it. You know, if you're drinking 3 sodas a day, try to cut it down to 2. After a week or 2, cut it down to 1, and then so on and so forth until you pretty much phase out those bad foods from your system. You know, it's probably the healthiest way to do it, but nonetheless, I hope this video helped you guys out. And just to recap it must be a lifestyle change. That's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and if you guys want more help with diet or anything, actually I'll help you with anything. Leave it in the comment section below, or send me a message. And if I remember your name, I'll be sure to say it in the video, but in this one, I'm sorry dude, whoever sent that. I forgot to write down your name. So yeah, much love guys. Thank you guys for watching. Give the video a thumbs up, and that's pretty much it. Peace out guys.